Follow me on my day trip today to The Fix, which is an unconference health technology festival outside. Here we go.
Hi everybody, so I'm here at the health technology conference, The Fix, and it's been a really exciting day. So we've already had lunch, and I'll just show you a bit around what is going on. So there are a few tents, got some stands. It's a lovely day in Oxford today, and so they've got kind of different talks going on at the moment. They had like a full packed agenda on here, which I don't think you can see, but it's been a really good day so far. They've got like a little DJ booth at the back there, so that's probably what you can hear. But I guess essentially in terms of health technology, there's lots of people from startups, from the NHS, from venture capital, just consultants supporting with regulation here. And it's really nice to meet different people doing kind of different things and expanding the network. And so there are some key things that you can do with networking around and understanding how to do it. So tip number one, I would say, is get yourself comfortable with the surrounding area. So it can be quite daunting kind of walking into an area and not really knowing who's there, not really knowing who to see, where your friends are, if you know anyone. So I would definitely recommend kind of getting there, acclimatizing with a bit, maybe getting some food or a drink if that's kind of your thing. And the next thing is, if it's a conference, just go to a stand. Go to one stand, have a chat with someone, ask them about their product, and they'll be able to tell you. And then if you're interested in it, great. If not, then you can just cut the conversation and go to the next stand and go to the next stand. And as you kind of make your way around the conference, you'll meet more people. The next thing I would remember is try and engage in a lot of different things. So for example, if there's talks and things, book yourself onto a talk, you'll be to someone, or force yourself to sit next to someone. And while you're waiting for the talk to start, strike up a conversation, just ask, oh, how are you? Have you found today interesting? What have you learned today? Or, has this been what brought you to this talk? Any of those kind of questions are actually really helpful to sort of understand. The next step would be to always try and find a commonality. So for example, here there's a lot of health technology going on, so finding a commonality, for example, are you a clinician, might be something I'd say. Or I generally tend to ask, do you enjoy your job? Because that is my favorite question to ask, because then you can really unpick from somebody what they do, what they like to do, if their job has given them fulfillment, and if not, I can help and support in giving them their next steps, which is always great. And then after that is the social media aspect. So a lot of professionals are on LinkedIn, and I think it's really important to be there, be present, and I guess there is this thing where LinkedIn can provide some sort of facade, but I think it's really important to show up professionally there, because it's where people will find you. Job hunters or job recruiters will look for you on there. They'll look what you've done. And also, if you're striking up a conversation with someone, you can't always say everything that you've done. And so this is a great way to portray what you've done and show your portfolio of what you've done over the past few years, what projects you've worked on, what you've built, that kind of thing. So I think that is really important. And the other thing with LinkedIn as well is definitely get your profile really up and ready. So a good profile picture, your last work shift, that kind of thing. And then the next step after that is interacting with people in their posts. So interact with other people, like their posts, comment on their posts. That's always super helpful. And then and also it boosts your engagement. I know there is a lot of chat about engagement when it comes to social media, but LinkedIn, for one, if you're talking to different people and bringing up you see posts that you like, posts that you dislike. Commenting is always a really good thing, but comment professionally. Let's go and find out from some of the people here. One second.
Make sure you smile and say something fun and ask lots of questions about someone else.
I would say, and this is controversial, but use old-fashioned paper business cards to give people so that they will actually take it home and look at it and remember you again. There you go, you've got one. Actually follow up with that the next day and message them back.
So my networking advice would be to find commonalities or common interests with the people that you're talking to, because I feel like it's a really good way to spark a conversation. And it doesn't even have to be about the topic of the event or wherever you are. It could be just anything that you're interested in, and if you find that shared connection, then it's a really good way to get to know people.
Love that. So I think my advice would be bold and be brave. No one's going to remember you. I met Yasmin twice and she didn't remember me once. Everybody's out there to meet somebody new, and you never know what insight you can give and what you can get back, so just go for it.
What advice would I give for networking? I think when you go into a room, just imagine everybody's a good friend of yours and everybody comes in with the best intention, because everybody's there to speak to each other. Also, when it comes to networking, probably be more of a giver than a taker, because essentially you want to build that relationship with that person. And yeah, just imagine everybody to be your friend and then take it from there.
The biggest thing you can do is to just say yes to opportunities. Be friendly, reach out to people, just take that opportunity.
Okay, my top tip for networking is when you're reaching out to someone as a cold outreach, hit them with a specific ask and try and link it to what their expertise is, so they feel they have the authority to answer and they have a very clear idea of what you're trying to get from them, versus oh, hey, can we meet up for a coffee just to chat? Because the chances are you're not going to get a response to that one.
Again, my top tip for networking is be curious, ask questions. You will gain so much more from listening to people and hearing what they have to say than trying to talk about what you do, and you'll create a much deeper connection. So yeah.
Hi, my top tip is just to be authentic. Just remember, it's another person on the other side that you're talking to, so engage with them just like that, and you're more likely to make a real connection and have a positive outcome from that.
I think just remember that whatever you have to say is valid and is worthwhile, and no one would have had your upbringing, your experiences. No one would have been raised with your mum and your dad and have had the exact same life as you. So whatever you have to say, it's unique and it matters. So yeah, just go out there and be yourself.
Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed that. We got to see tons of people and their advice on networking. We're here at the end of the festival now. I'll just show you all the lights and the DJ here, and yeah, we're super excited to be here and learn. Had a great time networking. I hope you managed to get some of those snippets too. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Comment below. Thanks.